Won't you stay? Won't you stay? Or won't you stay? Won't you stay?
Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's vlog. I have officially decided that I'm going to do weekly vlogs again. That was something that I really focused on when I first started my channel, but ever since we moved into this house, I stopped doing it because I was so busy and I couldn't do weekly vlogs. And it's been almost, I think almost a year now since I was doing them. I did them for like a good 8 months when I first started my channel. Yeah, so I'm gonna be vlogging as much as I can during the week. It's going to be like a semi-reading vlog, but I also wanna do like lifestyle-y stuff because when I was doing reading vlogs before, it was kind of stressful for me to try to finish a book a week because sometimes I'm just too busy. I know that a lot of people on Booktube read a lot of books, and I just don't fit into that category all the time. Sometimes I read a lot of books and sometimes I don't. It kind of just depends on life. Sometimes life doesn't let me read as much as I would like, so I don't want to put that pressure on myself. I will definitely tell you guys what I'm reading, but it won't be the main focus of my vlogs. It'll definitely be like a wide range of what I'm doing during the week. After doing the reading rush, it definitely made me realize that I really like to do vlogging. If there's days that I like have to work and stuff, obviously I can't like film those days as much. So I'm hoping to film around like 3 days a week or something like that. But yeah, that's the plan. Before I get into this week's vlog, I did want to really quickly go over what I read for the reading rush. I did end up kind of editing a little bit from the reading rush, but from the last 2 days of the reading rush, but I honestly didn't vlog enough for it. And I felt weird kind of like adding things in from other days after the reading rush. It just didn't feel cohesive. So we're here now. I definitely want to do daily vlogs in the future for a different readathon or something like that. I don't know, Vlogmas maybe, but yeah, I definitely plan on doing it again. But let's go over really quickly the books that I read for the reading rush. I had 7 books on my TBR, but these are the 2 that I did not finish. I didn't finish The Wicker King and Norse Mythology, unfortunately. So these are on my like current TBR because I do want to finish them. But really quickly, I'm going to go over the 3 books that I did talk about in my vlogs. And yeah, so let's start with the first one that I finished, which was The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Clune. I really enjoyed this book. I'm going to leave the playlist with the Reading Rush vlogs down below so you can get my like thoughts on these a little more, but I'm just going to like briefly talk about them. So this one, when I first read it, it was like a 4.5 stars. But as I thought about it, and as I have thought about it, and it's been like 2 weeks now or something like that, I think it's gonna be a 5-star book. It's just such a sweet, pure, wholesome book. The kids that are in this, the relationship is just so sweet, and I love it. Yes, I think this is gonna be a 5 stars. And this fulfilled 2 prompts for the reading rush. It did the book that matches your birthstone and a book that starts with the. The second book that I finished was Pooh of the Woods, and this one fulfilled the prompt of reading a book completely outside of your house. And I loved this too. The illustrations were so cute. It's really hard for me to rate graphic novels because I usually like them a lot. I think the story was really cute, and I feel like this would be a really good book for a younger audience as well because it does talk about anger issues and how to solve problems, and how to kind of cope with your feelings of grief. It also talks about like environmentalism and stuff like that, which I think are really important conversations for young ones to have. So because of that, this is gonna be another 5-star read. I'm telling you, I did really good in the reading rush. I don't think there was any book that I like really didn't like. So yeah. The next book that I read was The Complete Tales of Winnie the Pooh. Well, technically I only read the first book, which is Winnie the Pooh. And this fulfilled the prompt of read a book that inspired a movie that you've already seen. Again, I am completely in love with this story. I raved about it a lot in that vlog, but I think it's just one of the best stories of all time. It's just, it's the most Hufflepuff feel-good book that you could ever ask for. So another 5 stars. Okay, so the next 2 books that I have, their rating is a little bit lower, which is good because I feel like it kind of breaks up the 5 stars. But the next book that I read was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. And this actually fulfilled 2 prompts as well. It took the prompt of Norse mythology, which was read a book that takes place on a different continent. This book takes place in Devon, so it definitely fulfills that prompt. And the other prompt that it fulfilled was read a book in a genre that you want to read more of. So, which is mystery thriller. First off, her writing is incredible because this was written such a long time ago and it holds. Like, you can understand everything. There's sometimes that I read classic books and I'm like, what does this mean? What were they trying to say in this sentence? And I kind of have to like reread it to understand. But this, no problems. Super easy, super digestible. And I think it's such a good book to start your mystery thriller journey. If you're new to it, I definitely recommend reading it. I feel like sometimes people are scared that it's gonna be like a really scary type of book, but it's really not. It's just a mystery and you're trying to figure out like who done it. There aren't like any graphic details in this at all. There's some parts that are like disturbing, like kind of hard to read because obviously people are dying. But it reminded me a lot of Clue. Like, it was almost to me exactly like Clue, the movie. I haven't read the book. It was almost exactly like Clue except less humor and definitely more on the like darker tones than Clue, which was, if you haven't watched, it's completely hilarious. And it has Tim Curry, who's one of my favorite actors of all time. But I really liked it because of that reason. It gave me like super duper Clue vibes. And I feel like this book couldn't have ended in a better way. When you're reading mystery thrillers, you're kind of like trying to predict what's gonna happen. And even though I like would predict something, it always like was a twist on it. There was always like a twist and turn in the story. And I did end up watching the BBC miniseries. It's, I think, 4 episodes. And it was pretty close to the book, but there were some details that were different. And I actually preferred all of the, like the whole entire ending of this book in comparison to the miniseries. But it was still like so much fun to watch this and immediately watch the miniseries. I did it in a day and it was just like the best day ever. I really enjoyed doing that. So my rating for this book initially was 4 stars. After watching the BBC show, I feel like it made me appreciate the book and the details of the book more. So I'm gonna say like a 4.5 stars. I can definitely understand why this would be some people's favorite of all time. The only reason that it's not for me personally is because the ending was just a tiny bit predictable in some ways. But yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Okay, so the next book, the final book that I finished, was Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And this completed the prompt of read the first book that you touch. And I was so excited to read this book. This is definitely one of my most anticipated books of the year because I'm in love with Riley Sager, even though this is the second book that I've read of his. This one for me was still really good. It wasn't as good as Lock Every Door, which was the first book that I read of his, but I still really enjoyed it. The ending was definitely, I feel like it wasn't as much of a surprise for me, but it kind of like would have some twists to it. It just, for me, was a little bit predictable, and that's why like when I'm reading a mystery thriller, I really want the ending to be like Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Silent Patient is a really good example of that. But this one for me was just a little bit too predictable for me to rate it a 5-star. I think it's between a 3.5 and a 4. I love his writing. You can fly through this. I flew through it in a day. I loved the paranormal feel of it. I haven't read like I said, I've only read 2 of Riley Sager's books, but both of them had this paranormal feel to it. Like you didn't know if it was actually gonna end up being paranormal or if there was like real people involved in it, which I love. I love that feeling of like a little bit of creepiness like that. And the atmosphere is super creepy. That's definitely my favorite part of this book. So that was what I read for the reading rush. Now we're all caught up on my reading pretty much, because I haven't really read anything else since then, which was like 2 weeks ago. Life has been busy. Actually, one of the big things that happened here is we had a huge hailstorm. They were like this big, huge, like the size of my palm. It definitely ended up causing a lot of damage here in the neighborhood. Our house thankfully wasn't like too bad. We did have some damage to our willow tree, lots of branches on the ground, which was really sad because she's been having a rough year this year and I'm in love with our willow tree. I do not want to lose her. So yeah, that was pretty sad. We also had a little bit of damage on the roof. We had someone come check it out yesterday actually. We had a lot of damage on the deck, which I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, it was not good. It was really scary. And thankfully Teddy was home when this happened, because otherwise I would have been really scared at what to do. I kept like running up the stairs. We have a skylight in one of our bathrooms, and I kept running up the stairs to check if it was destroyed. Thankfully it wasn't, but tons of our neighbors had their skylights completely destroyed, which is scary because then you just have to have like a mat on it until you can get it fixed. So yeah, but I'll show you guys that footage in a second because I did actually capture some of that.
Hey. Okay.
Here, put the door open. Alright guys, so here's the damage. I don't know if you guys can see all of the hail marks on our table, which is sad. Luckily we're claiming some of the stuff under insurance, which is good. So we ended up putting these back up here, but they're pretty much destroyed. I think some of them might be able to save, but I mean, it's honestly pretty destroyed. I haven't picked it up yet because I need to take pictures for insurance, but yeah, they're pretty destroyed. These plants are now completely destroyed too. They're looking really bad, so probably gonna take those out at some point, which is not fun. And then down here there's a bunch of really big holes in our actual railings, which sucks. But yeah, we're gonna claim that in insurance too. Also, look at this. This cover is just so beat up from it as well. And then the last thing is actually down here. My dad actually built this planter box for me that I was gonna use for my vegetables. And as you can tell, the glass and the like cover of it is completely shattered. So luckily the outside looks okay, so I think I'm just gonna take these off and just have it open, which kind of sucks because I love how cute these like vintage windows are, but I should have known that they weren't gonna last. And the glass, I think you guys can see, is all in here. So yeah, that's the damage that we had from the hailstorm, which honestly, it could have been way worse. It really could have. I'm really glad that we didn't have any broken windows or anything like that. That's kind of the biggest thing that I'm thankful for, because that would have been really not fun to have broken windows in a house right now. So anyways, yeah, let's go inside. Here's my outfit. Don't mind, this is what we need to do. But yeah, this is my outfit of the day today. This is a t-shirt from actually Victoria's Secret pink, which I actually like. It's like really big, which is nice. And then I have these biker shorts from Target. But yeah, there you go. Anyways, so I have already organized these guys. Actually, they're not all mine. This is my side, and I have the 2 bottom drawers on this side, and then that's Teddy's. But I did organize that, and these are all the clothes that I am giving away from there. And then don't mind my bed either. I'm currently in the middle of washing my sheets and stuff. But this is the stuff that I need to hang up. So I'm gonna do that.
Like-minded if we could, but that's not the case. Oh, the wind will turn, don't be concerned. Oh, I can learn. When we end deciding games, and we don't pull them both ways. Steady. Don't go too far now. We can do it. We can do it. When we end deciding games, and we don't pull them both.
Saturday, and here's my hair. I really like it. I like it's kind of like vintagey, which I feel like fits my style. We went for a little bit longer of curtain bangs, These are called curtain bangs, I guess. I didn't know that until I went and got my hair done. But yeah, I think next time I go, I want to get them a little bit shorter, but for now, we wanted to like just test it out, so we didn't want to cut too much. But I really like them. I think it's super cute. But today, I actually am going to organize my kitchen a little bit. It's not like super unorganized. Here, I'm gonna switch you around so you can kind of have it as a background. Here's my kitchen, guys. So I think what I want to do is there's a few drawers that I want to go through and reorganize. I have like a full cabinet full of what is it called, Tupperware, and I want to reevaluate that because I don't think I need as much Tupperware as I have. And then I will kind of like organize based on that. But yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna do today. I'm also gonna continue reading Norse mythology while I do it. So I'm about a third the way through. I think I said that last night. I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, so I'm gonna listen to that while I organize the kitchen. So our kitchen, by the way, is very much a lived-in kitchen. Like, I mean, it has like some prettiness about it, but I don't know. I've seen some people that have the most aesthetic kitchens. Mine's not like that. It's very much a lived-in kitchen. Yeah, okay, that's the plan for today. And I will keep you guys updated on what I read.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I'll have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes.
Alright guys, so I am done organizing the office. It's not like perfect because I actually don't have a lot of storage in here. You guys will see during the tour, but I really only have like storage under the desk and it's like open, and then I have these drawers, so that's pretty much all the storage that I have in here, and obviously bookshelves. I also finished Norse mythology, which was really good. The book is just a bunch of like short stories about the Norse gods, which I think is really cool. So each of the stories has like a title page and then it'll be like a short story, which I think is a really cool way to set it up, because that's kind of how these stories were spread in the first place, was by short stories being told to, you know, grandchildren and children and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed listening to it. Also, Neil Gaiman's voice was perfect for this. He definitely is a very good like voice actor as well, which is just awesome. So yeah, I loved it. I loved it so much. I loved being able to like connect sort of to my ancestors through this mythology and kind of understand what they believed and stuff, which was really cool. So loved it. Definitely recommend if you like mythology. It's super easy to get through. It was like such a quick experience, and this is definitely a book that you can reread because it is like short stories and stuff. So loved it. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do now is I have to finish beating Paper Mario, and it's actually pretty late because it's been a long day. So I want to try to beat Paper Mario. Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's been kind of an easygoing day so far here. Oh, I built Hubert's wheels. I don't know if you guys knew what those were, but yeah, I was building his wheels this morning, and he's not paralyzed yet, but we wanted to get them preemptively just in case, you know, he all of a sudden gets worse, but also we wanted him to get used to like seeing his wheels and like being in them. They are gonna help him like walk better, so hopefully when we go on walks, he can actually go on walks with us. Usually we push him in our little buggy, which is fine and it's cute, but we do want him to be able to get some exercise, so I think that this will help with that, hopefully. But yeah, we have to like train him with it a little bit, so I think we're gonna do that a little bit today. He's supposed to spend between 5 to 10 minutes in them twice a day for a week, and then hopefully after that he'll be used to them a little bit more and we can actually take him on like a nicer walk at least down to like, we have a park close by to us, so at least down to the park or something. Yeah, that's what I did this morning. We also have been doing this Bible study in the mornings. I showed it on my Instagram a while ago, but we just started it today, and we're doing it together, Teddy and I, and it's been really awesome. This company is called Sunday, and they have this like Bible study kit where it comes with an Old Testament and a New Testament, and you go through it in a year, which is really cool. It has at the beginning, it has like your weekly study guide, like what you're supposed to go through for that week. We didn't get through the whole book of Genesis. We still have like three pages in here left to get through, but it's been a really fun thing for us. It's also interesting to see the questions that they ask. So it's guided for you because it actually asks some really interesting questions that I feel like you don't really think about. There's one question in here which I thought was really cool, and I actually want to ask you guys about. So it's talking about how in Jewish tradition they thought of names as being something much more than just what someone is called. They named people based off of what they would become and their personal identity. But then it asked the question, what does your name mean? If you don't know, look it up online. Is it an accurate description of your life? So Teddy, his name is Theodore, and his name means gift of God, which I think is really cool and interesting, and like obviously I think he's a gift from God. My name meant keeper of the keys, or pure, which is kind of mysterious. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think it's just cool to think about like what your name means and how that can correlate to who you are as a person, especially if you believe that things happen for a reason. Like I feel like names can hold a lot of power, you know? I'm curious for you all, if you look up your name or if you know what your name means, does the meaning of your name kind of go along with your own lives? Do you feel like it represents who you are or not? Also, you should like tell me what your names mean, because I think that's really interesting. I would love to know what your names mean, and I don't know, it's really cool. So yeah, but they ask a bunch of really interesting questions like that kind of make you think about stuff. So anyways, I will leave their website linked down below if you guys are interested. I think they're such a cool company, and like, I mean, look at how pretty these books are. They're so pretty. This one is like marbled too. So anyways, okay. But yeah, that's what we've been doing this morning. And yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna do today. That's it for now. I will catch up with you guys once I'm doing something. Here's our flowers. So in this top pot, we have some lavender, and then I don't know what these other ones are called, but they're so cute. And look at how happy this one is. She just like has bloomed. I don't know, when I first got her, she definitely didn't have as many flowers as she has now, but I love her. And it's pink. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's pink and purple, and then obviously the white. And then this one's really cute too, because it's like fuzzy. Can you hear that? It's kind of cool sounding. Anyways, so yeah, there's our flowers. So I also got all of the succulents out of that one, because like there were a lot of destroyed succulents after that hailstorm, and I put them in here. Doesn't look great. I'm hoping that some of them will survive in here. Like this one looks pretty good. This one back here looks pretty good. Some of them look good, so hopefully they'll survive. This one's still kicking pretty well. I also down here planted some of my vegetables and fruits. Well, I mostly just have strawberries, which are right here, and then jalapeno, obviously, some parsley, which I'm really excited about because I do put parsley in my smoothies a lot, and like, look at how much I have. So much. And then under here we have white onions, we have some carrots, so cute, cucumber, green onions, which we've actually used some of the green onions in breakfast, and it's yummy. So, and then these are both tomatoes. So there we go, there's my little garden. It is now a little later. It's almost 9 o'clock, so I think I'm actually going to end this here. Teddy and I are probably gonna watch something, but I did want to mention that that show that I was watching is called A Discovery of Witches, and unfortunately they only have one episode on DVR, which is sad. But I will say, if you're able to watch it, like if you have, I think it was on Shudder, which I don't even know what that is, but if you have it, you should definitely check it out. It was so good. I'm really sad that I could only watch one episode, but it's about witches and vampires, and it takes place in Oxford, so it's like dark academia, and the witches and the vampires kind of like have this like chemistry. The main witch and the main vampire kind of have this like chemistry, and it reminds me of Twilight. It's like adult version of Twilight. Super good. Highly recommend if you have it. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go downstairs and we're gonna watch something, and I'm gonna end this here, but I will see you guys next weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.
That we were meant for something